Is it on? Yes, it should be on. Let's see if I can see myself. I've got 2 seconds in there, which means that it should be on. I'm just pulling up my cell phone to see if I can catch myself. So, okay, happy hour live stream. Pulling up my cell phone. Yep, I see myself right there. Hey guys, if you're able to see me, do you mind letting me know in the chat? Okay, there's Stacy. And can you hear me now? That's so sad about the audio. I'm just putting my cell phone up on my laptop so that it's a little bit easier. Okay, good. Rachel, I'm so sorry that it didn't work when we tried to talk together in the backstage. I have no clue what freaking happened. I was so excited to finally see her. Rachel has been a subscriber for a really long time. I consider her like one of my OGs. Like every time I post a video, I get so excited to see her. So yeah, like I was really excited to finally get to talk to her on video. And of course, it didn't freaking work. Yeah, we're gonna have to figure that out. This is my first time using this software, the Stage 10 software, so there are still a couple of kinks to work out, but I'm really excited for it all to be ironed out so that we can all talk together. Again, I hope you guys still have your happy hour drinks. I know that I do. I told you the brand of the wine that I was drinking, but I don't even remember like... Oh, it's a Sauvignon Blanc. In case anyone is curious, it's El Abuelo Sauvignon Blanc. If anyone's curious about what it is that I am out here drinking on this fine Friday night, you should do this often now that we can't go anywhere. Honestly, I feel like I should too. Like this is just as fun for me as it is for you. And yeah, like I am freaking excited, you guys. This is so nice to be able to chat with you again. So I know I asked on Twitter, but like not all of you guys follow me on Twitter. So oh, you want to talk about how great my happy hour was with my friends? Yeah, so if you guys follow me on Instagram, I posted a photo of me with this makeshift red beret and a croissant because I did a happy hour with my friends. Yesterday, they were supposed to arrive in Paris to meet me. We were going to spend 5 days in Paris. Julia, I was going to send you a link to join me, but it's not working right now. But when it all gets ironed out and everything, I do want you to be for a live stream question about how it was with my friends. We had a really good time. We all chose a background that represented like our favorite parts of Paris. Julie did the Louvre, Isabel did the Eiffel Tower, and I chose the Hoxton, which is where I loved to co-work while I was staying there. And yeah, we just had a lot of fun, like just chatting and chatting. Next week, we're going to do the south of France. We were supposed to be in Monaco, Saint-Tropez, and Nice as well next week. So that's another thing that we're going to be doing. It was nice, just chatting with each other. After that, I watched The Circle with my friend Fanta on Netflix. They have The Circle France, which just came out, and it's really good, you guys. Like if you speak French, or even if you don't, they have subtitles. Or if you want to learn it with the subtitles and everything. Like it is so good. We're 2 episodes down. We're gonna continue again right after I chat with you guys, and yeah, it's just awesome. Like it's really, really good. I love Cedric right now. He's my favorite character on The Circle France. But yeah, I don't want to get into it too much to spoil it for anybody, but like it is so good. Hey, from Ireland, Rachie. Hello, hello. Ooh, drinking White Claws. I've been meaning to try a White Claw. I work for American, so whenever I go down, they have that, but I don't think I've seen it in any alcohol store up here. I've been dying to try it. I hear a lot about these White Claw things. Do I watch 90 Day Fiance, Priscilla? I do. I just heard that Robert and Annie are pregnant, which is... Girl, you were supposed to get the green card and get out. What were you doing getting pregnant by that man with 5 kids by like 4 or 5 women? Half of them he doesn't even take care of. I cover it quite a bit. I just covered the story about how Nicole knew that Asin was actually secretly married. There's a lot of tea over there. Yeah, I used to cover every single episode, but it became too much juggling all the shows, and those episodes are like 2 hours long a piece. So I kind of just stuck to Teen Mom. I did Love is Blind as well. But yeah, like Bug Straight, Colleen. You're so funny. Yes, The Circle is on Netflix. There's America, there's Brazil, and there's also France. I don't know if they speak Spanish or Portuguese or what in The Circle Brazil, but yeah, that's really cool. I freaking love Netflix for language learning. I had posted this in my stories before on YouTube about how I'm obsessed right now. There's this French comedian called Ferry Hexagon is what he goes by. And I watched his special. I had the best freaking time, the best laugh. Like, if any of you guys are into comedy and you want to, like, watch it in French with like English subtitles or just in French pure, he is a good one to get into. And he's got another one coming out on the 16th that I can't wait for. I think I'm going to do another viewing party with my friends. We're able to do these viewing parties through Netflix Party app on Google Chrome. You need to go to Google Chrome App Store, download Netflix Party app, and yeah, then like there's a chat room, kind of like what you're seeing right now with me on YouTube, and you just talk throughout like your shows, your movies, your specials, whatever it is that you guys are watching. So yeah, I meant to ask you guys, have you taken up any really cool hobbies ever since we've been quarantined? Because that is my goal right now. I mentioned it on Twitter that I want to get into cocktail mixing. And yeah, I'm curious what you guys are into. A lot of people on Twitter were into knitting crochet, which is really cool. Oh, do you watch Little Fires Everywhere? I would love to hear your opinion on this show, even though it's not a reality show. No, I haven't even heard of the show. But you know what? I'll look it up right now. Little Fires Everywhere and see what I'm into. I usually just watch reality TV, but another show that I watched recently was called What If with that girl Renee Zellweger. Super good. Is Little Fires Everywhere on Netflix? Because it's got Kerry Washington and Reese Witherspoon, two women I absolutely love. So I do think I will give it a try. I've heard about it though. I know that it was based off of a book. So yeah, I'm gonna give that a try. If it's on Netflix or something like that, that could be kind of nice to watch. It's on Hulu. Hulu doesn't exist in Canada. That's the sad part. We do not have a Hulu, which sucks because I heard Hulu has like everything. Hulu even has 90 Day Fiance, I'm pretty sure. So yeah, it's very unfortunate to not have access to that. My new hobby is dreaming about my next vacation with my bestie. Girl, you and me both. You and me both. I'm still hanging tight to my flight tickets. I'm not canceling them quite yet. I've got the Ibiza one on June 30th. I know I'm probably not going to be able to go, but like I'm still hanging on to it, letting them cancel it on me so that I don't have to pay the fee of just canceling it. You know, like what's the purpose of that? Do you watch? Hey girl, thanks for a video. I'm watching from Boston, Massachusetts, USA. Thanks for joining. I love Boston. I haven't actually been there quite yet, but I've been dying to watch, to head over there. So thanks for watching from all the way over there. Meaning to go visit. What's like a really cool must go to place that the locals love? That's not going to be on like all the tourist websites or anything like that. Please let me know and I will absolutely check it out when I go there. Thank you so much, Demi, for the kind words. I'm so glad to have you over here. Oh, Toddler Mommy, you watched What If? Yeah, it was so good. If any of you guys have not watched it, definitely give it a try. And yeah, it was supposed to be my first time in Ibiza. So like I really, really freaking hope that like a miracle happens and I am able to go. But otherwise, that festival I was telling you about in my last stream happening in Portugal later July is my second option. And if not, then I don't know what I'm gonna do. Throw the whole year away because after that it's a waste. It's a waste. This year has been like chalk it up to the dust. Penelope, I am in quarantine for a month now. I tried learning a new language step by step. There's so much time and so many apps. Highly recommend. That is a really good thing to do. I don't know if you've used this before or not, but Pimsleur for me is like the holy grail of language learning. Like it brought me to fluency in like no time. Freaking love it. Dr. Brown, hello from Sweden. I'm dying to go there. That was part of my Euro trip. Need to come. It's a great place. Yay. Oh, you had a bad burrito. You've returned like a bad burrito. Thanks for coming back. That is so freaking funny, Lavender. Stacey White, favorite thing this week, watching Kim's makeup and up on Chloe's white wall. Oh my God, I watched that too. That was wild. I thought it was fake, so I kept like pausing, but no, it's real. It turns out it was a real fight. Thank you so much, Kara, for being here. It's so nice to see you. Colleen, I'm so jealous. I had to cancel my vacation plans twice, new plans for a flight in October. Don't be jealous, man. I am miserable right now. I'm still paying for my Paris apartment and I'm not even there. And I'm pretty sure it's like 3 months of rent. That's going to be like down the freaking tube. And you guys know how expensive Paris is. Like, I'm ready to like punch a wall. Like, I'm so pissed. The Circle Brazil is on my list to watch. I love the American version. I wanted to get into the American version. I know that Joey, the Italian guy, he was going to be my favorite. And then someone spoiled the ending on Twitter like 2 days after it dropped. So I couldn't even like bother to finish watching it, which sucks so bad. So like a pro tip for any of you guys who are on Twitter, because that's where everybody spoils everything, mute words you don't want to see. So anytime I'm trying to watch something, I mute the names of like the show, the hashtags, the cast members, everything, so that no one could spoil anything for me again. So like nothing. No one is ruining my Circle France. No. Yeah, someone else did, Stacy. Someone else recommended that I watch Revenge. They said that it was quite similar to What If, so that's probably something Julie and I will get into. What else do we have here? Ryan Duncan. I wish I could pick up a hobby, but right now I got to finish second semester of college, not feeling it. I feel for you. Studying right now must be a freaking nightmare. My younger brother's doing it too. The poor guy, like he missed his birthday. It's March 29th. And then like I think he's gonna miss his graduation, which sucks. Like he's worked so hard to graduate like you and anybody else. So like it really does suck. Have you watched Ozark? I tried to. That guy, do you guys remember when I used to tell you about dating that guy with like the 60s Cadillac with like the hydraulics and the low he was so cool. So he tried to get me into Ozark and I just couldn't get into it. It was a little bit too heavy for me. I'm more like a casual kind of viewer of things. I don't love anything too heavy. I think I lasted like 2 episodes. And the second one I only kept watching just to impress him. And I just could not continue with it. But I've heard so many good things about it. Yes, you still have concert tickets. Hang on to them. Let them be the ones to cancel them because, yeah, you don't want to like pay that cancellation fee yourself. I need recommendations for anything to watch. I actually have the entire weekend off. Guys, can you help Summer Breeze? Summer, maybe it would be helpful. What do you like so far? And then we can give you like recommendations surrounding that. Toddler mommy, my nephew is in Boston. He goes to Harvard University. He's going to be a doctor. Woo woo! Yes, congrats to him. That's amazing. Yeah, it's a lie. People are awful when it comes to Netflix shows. They ruin them so damn quickly that like you got to run and mute anything. B. Caitlin, do you watch Love After Lockup? I recapped the first season of the show. I loved it. But WeTV is very finicky with Canada. So like it's really difficult to track it down up here. So I haven't been able to watch ever since, which sucks because I think it's one of the greatest shows on television. And I would love to keep on watching. And I would absolutely love to recap that again. I had so much fun. Andrea, Janae, or whatever her name was, were like my faves. I'm trying to get baby stuff because I'm due in July, but can't really do a haul for baby during the quarantine. Kara, I'm so sorry. That is brutal. I was just thinking about how hard it must be like for pregnant women during this time, trying to get everything together. God, I am so sorry. And what's it going to be like when you go into labor in the delivery room? Is your partner going to be allowed in with you? Because I've been hearing a lot of like conflicting stories depending on where people are around the world. And it's just, man, just such a hard time. It really is. But like, best of luck to all of you and your baby. I am so excited for you. You missed Pretty Little Liars. My friend is trying to get me into Pretty Little Liars, but I haven't watched it quite yet. Tiger King, I just finished it. So good. So good. So good. But I hate that like everyone came away from like hearing all the horrific things that Joe has done and the doc guy with the cult of young women and stuff. But like the number one thing that people keep talking about is Carol Baskins killed her husband. I'm like, guys, all of this crazy material you have about Joe and like all these other guys, like manipulating young men and women, like preying on them, and this girl is like the most of your concerns. Damn, women really can't do nothing without being overly scrutinized. Though I do believe that Carol effing Baskins killed her husband. Anyone watching the challenge? Ooh, I never really got into the challenge. I used to watch Are You the One the first couple of seasons, then I kind of tapered off, but I would love to give it a try. I used to love Wes and CT a lot. Kelly, so hard. I'm out of bleach and other stuff and can't find anything. I'm doing 2 weeks and only have one person with me the whole time. God, I'm so sorry. Cleaning supplies truly are like the hardest things to find. Like food and stuff is back in the grocery stores, even toilet paper. But to find like the Lysol wipes, to find the disinfectant sprays is tough. We disinfect our groceries whenever we bring them into the house, so we're starting to run a little bit low on the sprays. And yeah, I feel you. I really hope you track that down. Even Amazon and stuff, like it doesn't come back for months. I ordered on Walmart.ca some the wipes and some other stuff. The wine is starting to hit, so like my speech is very slow right now, you guys. And they finally got in, but then like our order for the reusable masks got canceled, so it's hard to find anything. I really hope you find what you're looking for, Kelly, and congratulations on your baby. 2 weeks out. Do you have a name picked out? Is it a girl? Is it a boy? um at the moment I can have one person. Okay, good. You guys are able to have people. Good. I'm glad. I'm really, really glad. I felt for the Tigers. He can stay in prison forever for the way he treated the Cubs and the Tigers. Yeah, I absolutely agree. And I don't want to spoil anything, but like there was this one scene where like something happens with one of like his husbands, and I was like, this guy's an awful person. We need to talk more and more about that. Like what the actual Fuck. And I love how like when he was running for office, his campaign manager, like where he found his campaign manager was peak Tiger King. Like me and my brother were like on the floor laughing. ABC Reading, thank you so much for this super chat. My kingdom for a can of Lysol spray. Good. Is My Kingdom a retailer in the US? Because remember, I'm Canadian, so I don't know like everywhere that you guys get to shop and everything, but maybe that might be good for you, Kelly. I think he's responding to you. He or she is responding to you. If so, thank you so much. I hope that helps her out. Let's see. Food delivery has a 3 to 4 week waiting list. Oh my God. That's brutal. 3 to 4 week waiting list for food. Jesus. Yeah, this is a really hard time, you guys. This is a really, really hard time. But thankfully, we are all able to connect with each other like online and stuff. Are you finding that you're connecting more with your friends as well? Like I'm finding like things I used to do alone, like watch movies and shows, I'm able to now, well, not able to, I'm now doing with friends just to like make that extra effort to connect with other people, which, is kind of like, okay, like I kind of like this, like together apart situation. Schitt's Creek. A lot of people love Schitt's Creek, but I tried it. I really did, and I just could not get into it, which is crazy because I love Dan Levy. Him and Jesse, for anybody who's Canadian, kind of inspired me a little bit in my journey to like getting online to talk about reality television shows, because they used to have this show on MTV called The Hills After Show, which according to the title, would go on right after The Hills. And I always wanted to do it with like a live stream like I'm doing right now. But like, yeah, The Hills would play, and then of course they would get the episodes in advance, which I don't, which is unfortunate. So they would have everything, photos, their notes, everything organized, and then they would do their after show in front of a live audience and just like be like so hilarious. Like I absolutely freaking loved watching Jesse Cruikshank and Dan Levy talk about that show. Did you guys ever get to watch it, The Hills After Show with Dan Levy and Jesse Cruikshank? Let me know in the comments. Like that was peak Canadian hilarity. They used to also have that MTV show with Paul the Intern as well and Sheena. Like, yeah, it was a lot of fun. Like we had a lot of good runs in Canadian television. Multiple 14-hour Zoom marathons, Kim. Jesus. It's wild, isn't it? Like the amount of connecting you have to do with all of your friends is crazy. Josie says, I found everyone's been too busy to talk recently. You know what I'm finding, Josie, in that case? I wonder if people are too busy or if they're too like going through sadness, like some kind of light depression over this quarantine situation. So in my case, I've got this friend that I've been trying to connect with. We've been meaning to connect for a while, but it's a mixture of busyness and just like depression from what's going on with everything. Yeah, like I totally don't blame anyone who's going through sadness over this. Like it's so hard, like seeing all the plans that you had kind of go down the toilet, and you even just to like I don't know, do anything. Like it's so freaking hard. So it's sad. It's really tough. The Hills, I used to love that show. Yeah, that was like one of my first forays into reality television. Lavender T says socially distancing has been painfully easy because I just moved to a new state in November. Congrats on your move. Toddler mommy, I enjoyed October faction and views like they got canceled. Oh man, you guys are giving me so many good good recommendations on things to watch. It seems people are very busy getting used to be together. Yeah, it's tough. It is so freaking tough. You know what the good thing is when your friend groups kind of coincide, so you're able to knock out a bunch of them in one go. You know what I mean? Unfortunately, most of mine don't really. Like there's like this friend group, that friend group, this friend group, and then a bunch of like individual friendships that don't know other people. So you're kind of like really trying to schedule between working, between being a YouTuber, between like whatever else it is that you might be doing, spending time with family. Do you guys like do board games with your families or anything like that to pass the time? Penelope says, here in Greece, you can find everything easily still, but the prices have gone way too high. As for passing time, currently rewatching 90s classic movies. Ooh, good taste. And wow, what part of Greece are you in, Penelope? Greece, please, please, God, let this go away so that I can go to Greece. I have my Airbnb board of where I'm going to stay in Greece. I wanted to do Mykonos, but of course I want to go to Athens as well for the history. I am just, please, Lord, let me go to Greece this year. What do you do for work? This is from Summer Breeze. What do you do for work if that isn't too personal? I love your videos and your commentary, and I won't lie, I wish you covered more shows. So I do communications marketing and public relations. I somehow like got cornered into the tech industry. And so, yeah, I just like work for tech products doing communications marketing and public relations. It's kind of funny because these are all three separate careers or like whatever, but like, yeah, like I've always worked for startups. And, if any of you guys have ever worked for a startup, you know that like each person's got like 4 or 5 different jobs within the company. Which is great though, because there's a lot of flexibility. The culture is always pretty like chill in terms of technology industry, and yeah, getting to work remotely is amazing. Your book club. What are you guys reading with your book club, ABC? That is amazing. I want to have a book club so bad. I actually freaking love reading. All my books are in storage though, and I can't buy new ones because it takes forever for them to arrive. We've been playing games on Xbox and board games. My daughter's almost 9 and really misses school. Oh, it's so sad, man. It really is so sad about school for the kids. So sad. You played Twister and Speak Out. Yes. Good for you guys. I used to love Twister. Twister was one of those good, good, good games. We used to play it in the 4th grade in Mr. Hannigan's class. I've been to Crete, Rhodes, and Kos, never mainland Greece. Ooh, look at you. Again, I am so freaking excited to watch The Circle tonight. By the way, you guys, do you have any other questions? Let's see. I am kind of an open book today. So yeah, anything you guys want to know about the show or anything, definitely don't be shy to ask. Let's see. Been to Crete. Me too. We need that type of drama. Forget the Kardashians, the Hills. Oh, you know what I used to love watching in terms of scripted drama shows? The OC with, what's the name of that chick? Misha Barton, Rachel Bilson, Adam Brody. That used to be my show. I loved it. Your daughter's getting daily homework from her teacher. Oh God, and she's enjoying it. Oh, she's not enjoying it. She misses the interaction. Yeah, oh, I feel so sad for her because that is a really big holy crap, I'm getting like inundated with a bunch of spam. YouTube's really good at blocking spam. People are like, sub this, sub this. Yeah, like a big part of going to school is socializing with people. So it's really rough. Guys, for those of you with kids right now going through this, how do you manage their schoolwork with your own work, like your own career as well? Like, how does that work? Yeah, I'm gonna hide this user from my channel because he is spamming the hell out of me and I don't want to deal with it. Yeah, Ryan was the mysterious blonde guy, right? Like him, Seth was Adam Brody. Ryan was the other guy. Yes, yes, yes. I freaking loved that show. It was so good. Your 12-year-old won't leave her room. Oh my God. Is she going through like the kind of sadness over this? Is that why? Like she's having a hard time? Man. Oh, someone said check out Trinity Love says you've got to check out For It's Rocks. I have watched a couple of her videos. I really like her. And I think I follow her on Instagram as well. Yes. She's got really good stuff. She recaps like the Housewives of Atlanta and stuff like that. Penelope says she lives in Athens. Girl, you're so lucky. We keep thinking about June and swimming to get through it all. As soon as it all ends, I recommend visiting Peros or Milos. You'll love it. Thank you. I definitely will give those a little look. Are they close to Athens? Like I could stay in Athens and go to those places? Because I imagine like flying in would be a little bit difficult. She's on her. Oh, Caitlin. Poor girl. Seth and Summer forever. I know. The fact that Seth is with Blair Waldorf right now is like blowing my mind. And she's pregnant, by the way. Leighton Meester is pregnant with their second child. Yes, Just Dance 2020. Good for you. That's a nice workout. I'm so sorry, my daughter's teacher. Yeah, I think here in Canada, they're giving us until the end of next year before our Prime Minister, Justin Trudeau, announces whether or not the rest of the school year is indefinitely canceled. So that's quite frustrating. By the way, guys, there was this Teen Mom news that I was supposed to be doing a video on that I just completely forgot what it was. So I already did the live stream. Let me make sure that it's up of Leah and her faking the miscarriage with Jeremy, which was wild. If any of you guys were not on here for that live stream a little bit earlier, do make sure you check it out because it is a crazy story of what it was that she did. She announced it in her memoir, which, by the way, you guys, I think I'm gonna buy her memoir. I don't know how long it's gonna take to ship because you know all that problem with Amazon and stuff, and obviously you cannot go to the bookstore right now because of all of this stuff happening. But I'm gonna give her memoir a read because this sounds nuts. Like you know, she sold me with what she was saying there, and it's quite unfortunate just because like it's not good news at all. Like it's really sad and it's really quite jarring that she would do that to her fiance. But yeah, like after hearing that, and that is just a tidbit of what's going to be in the book, I am ready to read the whole entire book and talk about it with you guys. Da, 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 da. Sorry, I'm going to read my comments through here on my phone for now, just because it's a little bit difficult to read it on my desktop. Oh, Rachie, she says quarantine. Rachie, Ireland. She says that her quarantine nails are hideous. Guys, you know what I was putting my friends onto last year? At home DIY gel shellac manicures. I have the exact same lamp that they use in the nail salon. So like these are legitimate shellac gel nails that I do myself. It's actually one of my secret hobbies. I used to do it for my friends all the time. Like I would invite them, we'd cook lunch together. We would drink wine and just I would do their nails for them because it's just so much fun for me too. So yeah, I totally recommend like if you're able to order a nail lamp online. I got mine on Amazon. I think it was like $30, $35 or something like that. And then I got all my equipment from AliExpress. So I got the base coat, top coat, the nail dehydrator, all the shellac polishes. I've got CND. I've got like everything. And yeah, it just saves you so much money. I started to learn to do my own manicures because after I spent like $70 on one, like I had to get an emergency manicure. My nails were shot to SHIT. And so I went to the place. They were like, oh, it's going to cost you like $70. That was with the tip and everything. And I was like, After that, I bought everything that same night I went home, and it would cost me less than $70 to have my full kit set up. So I totally recommend it. I even have the like builder gel. So if I wanted to like extend my nails and do like the fake, I have got the nail tips and everything. I'm going to be doing it for my sister when all of this is over. So I will post the photo if you want to see. But like, yeah, totally get a DIY nail kit. Make sure it's at least like 60 watts or whatever it is. Mine's like 80 watts, I think it is. And you're good to go. You'll never have to pay to get your nails done again. And this, I usually do like nudes or like, you know, like really moody colors, like darker colors. But yeah, I just jumped on doing this red because I love when Tinsley from Real Housewives of New York and Stassi from Vanderpump Rules wear red nail polish. So I bought it and it was sitting around for a while and I'm like, okay, no one's gonna see me. Let me put on this whore red for a little bit and see how it works. And I'm in love. Pro tip, pro freaking tip. Tia says she loves my channel. I watch because of Teen Mom showing love from Minnesota. Thanks, Tia, for watching. Every time I hear Minnesota, I think about Kim Kardashian telling Chris Humphries that she can't have her career in Minnesota. What else do we got here? I'm going through all of your comments. These are so awesome. Yeah, I use Kindle. Oh, you're right. I can. I'll order Leah's book through Kindle. Thank you, Honey Badger. I just usually love to have like books, like the physical book, but like this is an emergency. We need to talk about her book. So I will get it on Kindle and we will all talk about it together. If you wait until the end of the week after it comes out, I'm pretty sure you can find it in the dollar bin. Colleen, you're a savage. If I could travel anywhere where I go, I would go back to Paris. I loved my time there. I'm gonna do another video for my channel members about like dating in Paris. Guys, if you can date somewhere in the world, make sure you go and date in Paris because those Parisian men, I'm telling you, I am telling you. Yeah, I want to go back and just pick my life back up there. I was just starting to have like a real life in Paris, you guys. Like, I finally got used to the time difference because, you know, I'm working on Eastern Standard Time while I was living there. And so it was difficult. And we finally got that time change where it bought me an extra hour. So like I would work from, I think, 2 to 10 or something like that. And then like during the days I would film my videos for you. I had a digital nomad club where we would go meet up and we would all work together at places like the Hoxton or what, and all those, whatever. God, no more wine. At places like the Hoxton. And I would date. I just had such a good full life in Paris. So I would love to go back there. How do you feel since Bethany left Real Housewives of New York City? Honestly, I felt like she was a little abrasive. I didn't really love her humor. I love what she does with her Be Strong foundation and everything. But I didn't love her on Real Housewives of New York City, to be honest with you. You know what I did get into watching though was her Bethany Ever After, to watch the demise of her relationship with Jason. I'm not yet done though. I got like 3-4 episodes in. Then I left, so I didn't have Hey You anymore. But now that I'm back, I will probably re-download Hey You and continue on. I do like Bethany. I think she's inspiring as like a businesswoman. I think she is, and as a philanthropist as well, but I did not love her on Real Housewives of New York City. I do so far like her replacement though. That girl, what's her name? Leah or something like that. I really like her so far. I think it's going to be a good season. My person who I absolutely adore on RHONY is Sonia. I think she is just the cutest, most innocent, most naive, most whatever, like harmless person ever. And I think we need to protect Sonia at all costs. Zulai says, I'm a hairstylist, nail tech, and a makeup artist. Yes, girl. Where the heck were they charging $70 for a gel mani? I know. So here's what happened. It was like $55. And I can't give the name of it because then it's like proximity to where you live, right? It was $55 for it. It was like, they're like, no, we don't use any gel. We use UV gel. I was like, whatever. And then on top, they insisted, they're like, because it's UV gel, you have to have the shellac polish on it. So that was extra money. And then of course you tip. So I was like, "Are you freaking kidding me?" It was like criminal. It was like I called everyone walking back home. I called my sister. I called my friend. I was like, "Guys, would you believe how much I just paid for a manicure?" But thanks to that, never again. And then I put all my friends onto it. So like my friends have the gel manicure machines as well, and that's what they get into these days. And I think it's cool. I think honestly, sometimes I'm not really sure if I'm on the kid train. I don't think I want to have any. I'm not sure. I'm on the fence. But I feel like these are like some cool talents that you get to like pass down like eventually. And like, like I wish growing up my mom did nails. I would have had like nice nails growing up. But then I had to go to the salon and paid all of this money. But like now that like I know how to do it, that's a little something to pass down if I get onto that train. Did I have braces growing up, Caitlin? Yes, girl, I did. I had retainers. I should show you pictures of my old teeth, y'all. They look like they were throwing up gang signs. There was crypts on this side, bloods on the other. So I had braces, but I had retainers before then too to help. So I had retainers for I think 2 years, and then I had braces for maybe not even a year. I had them for a couple of months because it was mainly retainers needed to space everything out, have the gangs relax a little bit, and then the braces kind of put them back together, and now here we are. How long did I live in Paris? Not long enough, Penelope. I moved there January 6th, and then I had to come back here in March. But as soon as these borders open back up, I am back because I have a visa to stay there for a year. Am I covering more storylines from 90 Day Fiancé, Molly? Not really the show episodes, but the news that happens. I'm supposed to be covering Rob and Annie being pregnant again, so I will probably do all of that tomorrow. But yeah, like I keep up with the people over there for sure, for sure. Did I go to Disneyland Paris while I was there? No, I didn't, Rachie. That's something that I was going to do with my friends when they came to visit me in Paris, but unfortunately, the virus had other plans for us. Brandy, you just got here. Hey, girl. Nice to see you. We're not really talking about much of anything. We're just like shooting the SHIT. It's not structured or anything like that. We're just having some wine together. I am drinking a Sauvignon Blanc. If you can see it over here from El Abuelo. Some of the girls are drinking a Bud Light Orange. I saw someone said that they were drinking Moscato. Someone else said that she was drinking a White Claw. There was a gin mix with lemonade in here, I think, as well. We're just having a good time, connecting with people. Tia is sipping with me. Can you remind me what you were drinking, Tia? Thanks for joining, by the way. Mackenzie says, wine and smiles. We are stronger together. That indeed. Sipping and forgetting the world. Yes, girl. Yes. Ryan Duncan. Yes, I love Sonia and I really like Dorinda, but she became super abrasive these past 2 seasons. Yes. What is her deal with Tinsley? Tinsley is a trust fund baby. Everybody knows this, but Dorinda's trying to make it seem like Tinsley is using Scott, of all people, the coupon king, really, when she's Tinsley frickin' Mortimer, for money. And I don't understand why she's doing that. Like, it's really disappointing me, but I just love Dorinda so much that I'm going to let it slide for now. But like, yeah, it's not a good look for her. I think that she's still so depressed over the death of her husband, Richard, that like whenever she drinks too much, some people are suspecting that she does a little bit more than drink, if you know what I mean. That she just gets like this. And yeah, it's just, yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's going on with her. I don't like it, but I do love Dorinda overall, and I hope that she apologizes. One good thing about Dorinda is that she can apologize whenever she's wrong. And yeah, that's a really good quality to have at the very least. Especially, it's like Dorinda says, all your money comes from being a widow. So why are you acting like Tinsley is this horrible, like, person for being a trust fund baby? Why are you trying to act like she is gold digging someone? She's not. And even if she was, like, why are you so upset about it? Let the guy be upset about it. Jeez. Reggie says, I went on a school trip 16 years ago to Paris, saw all the top attractions, fell in love with the city. It's so beautiful, and I'd love to go back. I know. It's such a wonderful place. Something funny is that, like, I didn't really go to the tourist stuff while I was there, and so, like, I regret it now. I never saw the Eiffel Tower up close. I only saw it from afar, from Galerie de la Lafayette, I think. I went with a girl named Mathilde. She's so sweet. She's a one of my subscribers to this channel. And so when she heard that I was moving to Paris, she'd message me. She's like, oh, like, let's go out to grab a drink when we get here. And so we met at Angelina at Galerie de la Lafayette, I think it was. I'm so bad at remembering the names of places. We had a really great time. Then we went on the rooftop of the place. We saw the Eiffel Tower from there. That was my first viewing of it. And yeah, like I had been waiting for my friends. We were supposed to go like this weekend to like look at these things up close, just because like when you go by yourself, you've got no one to take your photo, and I'm scared of like handing strangers my camera. Like what if they ran off with it or something, you know what I mean? So I do miss that. Hey, Master J, thanks for joining. I think this is the first time I've seen you in a live. Well, I don't really do lives, but like I always see you in my comments. I was thinking about you the other day. I hope you are doing well, my friend. Master J is another like true OG. Like I always see him in the comments and I freaking love it. Your 90-Day Fiancé recap was incredible. You showed how biased the editing was. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I just love breaking down reality shows. I wish it was like a real job, you know what I mean? Like something you could do full time. Like it's so much fun. Like I feel like the one that I had the most fun doing that with was Love is Blind. Like after all the information started coming out about production, fake storylines and stuff, I was in there like swimwear. I felt like, who's the investigative? Diane Sawyer, I think it is. Or even the girl from the OWN network who would like do all the prison stories, Lucy something. I just loved it. I freaking love that stuff. I love breaking down reality television. Zalai, you charge $37 for a gel manicure. Well, this one had extensions. Maybe that helps because it's $37 with the gel tips and everything. But, and then you have to remember, Canadian dollars to US dollars is like nothing. You guys are almost like double our money. So I think that's why some things are just, I don't know, but like Canada is really expensive for anything, everything. Yvette, I am 26. I'm turning 27 in October, hopefully out of quarantine. You have a nice smile, very pretty. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Kelly, what did she say? Oh, she just, Robin and Annie are pregnant. Yes, girl, in a 1-bedroom apartment that they share with his son. And he's got like 4 other kids that he does not take care of. Annie, you fumbled the green card. You truly did. You were not supposed to get stuck with this guy. I'm disappointed in her. I thought she was better. Il faudra venir à la Réunion une fois le corona passé. C'est une île où il faut venir. La Réunion, I haven't heard of that yet. Je n'ai jamais entendu. C'est par où? C'est presque Paris ou presque le sud de la France? Little Devil? Will you still have your same place when you go back? Yeah, I'm still paying for the apartment that I have in Paris just because it's hard to find housing. A lot of people are talking about like a housing crash coming, but like I feel like most people are hanging on to their inventory and stuff. So if anything, it'll be more expensive and more difficult to find a place when all of this is over, because most people have been holding on to inventory because the real estate market kind of held on. So yeah, I decided, like initially when I was coming here, I didn't even know how long it was going to last for. I thought it'd be maybe a month, maybe 2 months. I'm still hoping maybe 3 months max. So yeah, I just decided better to keep the place and have a place that I'm comfortable with, that I love, that's within my budget to stay with, than to have to start all over with the house hunt. If you haven't searched for a house in Paris, let me tell you, it is a nightmare. The attestation, the amount of documents you need to qualify for a house is intense. So if you find a place, just bite the bullet and keep it. ABC is having a real Coca-Cola. Is that like a Mexican Coca-Cola? Is that what you mean? I heard they had the real sugar. Not diet. If my days are numbered, then I want the real thing. I feel you. I hate diet and anything. I want the real deal. All the fat, all the sugar, give it. You guys are so sweet. I am so happy to have you here to socialize with. Have you watched the Dave Chappelle at the Kennedy Center for the Mark Twain Prize? I did. Guys, when I saw Dave Chappelle in Paris, no words. There are no freaking words for the legend that is Dave Chappelle. Seriously, I don't even know what to say. Yes, I watched him. And I watched all the tributes that people did for him. His daughter is his whole twin. She snatched that face. Bye, toddler mommy. It was so nice to see you, girl. See you again soon. Yeah, like Dave Chappelle, I love him. I love him. I'm one of those people where I'm like, yes, comedians do offend people. They do misstep here and there, but we all misstep. We all offend people. And I think that they're an important part of society because they're like kind of like philosophers in a sense. Like they ask a lot of like questions and stuff. Like I love him. I freaking love him. And I'm obsessed. Yes, I watched it. Yes, yes, yes. I'm obsessed. How difficult did you find speaking French? I've been learning for years, but I'm still afraid of speaking real French when I travel. Not super difficult, just because growing up in Canada, I've been in Canada since I was 4 years old. So like you grow up with French in schools. Like it's not taught very well. So like most people don't leave, almost nobody, I should say, not even just most people, almost nobody leaves as an Anglophone school speaking fluent French just because they're so bad at teaching it to you. But you do have the basics in your head because they drill you on it. So you know Dr. Mr. Mrs. Vandertramp and all of these like verbs and stuff like that. Like you know it. You just need to find the time to actually speak and piece it all together because you never get to speak French in school. I took it from like first grade up until the end of high school. I took it at the highest level and I still couldn't speak. And I was so pissed off at the system for that. But when I decided to actually take it seriously and learn myself, I bought the Pimsleur program, the entire program. It's like $400 or something like that. And it's just literally speaking and getting vocabulary, spaced repetition and everything like that. So like I knew how to speak. And then, yeah, by the time I got to France, I was like, you know what? F it. I am only going to speak in France. Not France. I'm switching to water. Hang on. So by the time I got to France, I was like, I'm only going to speak in French. Like, people could not try to speak to me in English. Like, they tell you have an accent and everything, but like, just study as hard as you can and you'll have that vocabulary in your head and just insist on speaking in French only and you will be just fine. I highly recommend Pimsleur. That was like the thing that like taught me a lot better than like 10, 11, whatever, how many years of 12 years of school ever did teach me. And I also did hire a private tutor as well. So I would study in the early mornings and stuff. Like I would read novels. I would watch shows on Netflix in French, like anything I could find in French. Just really immerse yourself in it and you'll be just fine, girl. Yes, Paris is so beautiful at night too. Andrea, I'm so glad you caught my live too, girl. Welcome. Hey, Meg. Kat says, I would be willing to be a mod. I think we need some mods here. I'm kind of slow, so I don't know how this works. Let me see. Mod. What if I click? Put in timeout. Oh, I will add you as a moderator. Thanks for volunteering. I don't know what that does. Please don't shut down my stream. I'm having fun. Will you do any reviews of Vanderpump Rules anymore? Nalali. I wish I could, but like it comes out on the same nights as Teen Mom, so it's like really difficult to get into. And I haven't actually watched the entire season. I'm kind of boycotting it for two reasons. Last season, the way that they treated James Kennedy was just so awful and hard to watch, especially at the reunion. So I couldn't get into it. Like I was so upset, like I had to stop. And then this season, they've got those two guys, Brett and the other guy, who had been saying Max, who had been saying a lot of really vile and racist things online and homophobic things and just disgusting things. So thanks for volunteering, Kat. So I had to stop. I was like, I can't watch this. Like, why wouldn't she fire them? What is this? So yeah, I couldn't watch it. But maybe next season, I hope they get rid of those two guys. I would love to try it again. And I just don't like the way that they treat Sheena. Like, Sheena's such a nice, harmless girl. Why are there such bitchs to her? She's a nice girl. Penelope asked if I'm a journalist outside of YouTube or something like that. No, but I studied communications and I did used to write magazine articles. I used to have a magazine column. I used to also run a radio show and I used to be a regular guest contributor to CBC and CTV News as well. So I did have, quite a bit of experience within journalism, but like when it comes to YouTube, I'm like, nope, I do not want to use that term at all. I am just a vlogger over here. I don't want the journalistic standards held here. I don't want to uphold journalistic standards here. I just want to have a good time talking about reality TV with people that I enjoy. C'est une île au milieu de l'océan Indien, mais nous sommes de nationalité française, mais de descendance africaine pour la plupart. Ah, c'est vraiment cool. Je vais essayer de visiter l'île la prochaine fois que je vais venir revenir en France. Mais pour maintenant, c'est très difficile d'avoir la rêve de retourner à cause de la virus. Bye. Oh yeah, she already said bye, toddler mommy. She's so sweet. Good God, cringe. Yes, Tinsley at the circus when she was crying about how she was unhappy. I freaking love her. She's so cute. She's the epitome of like rich girl New York City that these shows are kind of built off of. Do you think Dr. Drew will lose his reunion job? No, I don't think so. I know David is calling for it after the stuff with him speaking about the virus kind of poorly. But listen, most of us did not understand the severity of this thing a couple of months ago. It's only like in recent weeks that like people are like, oh crap, shut everything down, you know? So, and he's already apologized. He's not staying wrong. Like Dr. Drew's not like dying on that hill or anything like that. So like, no, I don't see him losing his job. Sometimes I wonder what it would sound like to hear you actually swear because you always have to spill it out because of restrictions. And you know what? It's having a nephew too, because I'm like, get out of the habit of swearing. I was never really a big swearer just because my mom is so anti that. But like now, especially that I've got like a 5-year-old nephew, I'm like, okay, never swear, never swear. Spell it out, spell it out. We can't have him learning these words because that boy, he hears everything and he repeats everything, and you just don't want that. I would love to be in a mod if you're in need of another one. I am a mod on another YouTuber streams. We make sure people are being kind and respectful, and for people that spam. Oh, that's awesome, toddler mommy. Thanks, girl. I will make you a mod. You guys are so sweet. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You guys, it is, wow, midnight here, so I'm going to sleep. Penelope from Greece. It's always nice talking to you. Grace, thank you so much about the company. Good night. Good night, Penelope. It was so nice seeing you here. And thanks for giving us all some more insight into Greece. How sweet is Gary when he was there for Amber? I didn't watch the most recent episode of Teen Mom, you guys, to be honest. So, judging off the episode before that, I'm disappointed in Gary. I would hope that he would just leave her in the dust. But I did see a preview for this week's episode, and I saw that he told her, listen, like, you were in the wrong. So I am proud of him for that. Do you think Chelsea from Teen Mom 2 has a candle for Adam? I don't think she ever got over him. No, I think that she thinks she's way too good for him now, which honestly she is. And I would hope she doesn't have a candle out for him. I don't think so. No, I think she's genuinely happy with Cole right now. Like, they've got a good thing going. I think it's been like 5-6 years that they've been together now, too. We can time them out or block them. Yes, that's awesome because some people were out here not trolling, sorry, spamming like HELL, like some random gaming channels. Thank you so much. Kids are sponges, yeah, so you gotta be so freaking careful with those kids. Hey, juste pour te dire que tu es, moi, super, merci, merci, Mathilde. Mathilde, c'est la Mathilde que j'ai déjà rencontrée à Paris? I think that's Mathilde. Ah, Gary is fed up with her SHIT, yes. Thank you so much. Guys, I think that our Matilda is here. Matilda, I don't know if you heard, I was telling everybody about like the time that we had in Paris together when we went to Angelina to have like lunch together. And then I saw the Eiffel Tower for the first and only time when I was with you. Yes, girl. Gary wants the best for Leah, honestly. This is to take Leah away from, yeah. Honestly, Amber is never gonna change, you guys. So like, it's quite sad. It's quite sad to see that. The first place I'll visit after this is Paris. Miss it so much, girl. I feel you. This is a different Mathilde. That's so cool. You know, there's such a lag between when the comments pop up here on my phone and when they pop up here. Okay, Mathilde. Okay. Well, it's nice to see you, Mathilde. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Are you from Paris as well? First place where I'll visit, yeah. Is Ireland on your travel list when borders open? Yes. So I had Pinterest boards for everything. What did I have? I had Malta. I had Cyprus. I had Germany. I had Portugal. I had London as well, because one of my friends was going to go study there, so I wanted to go visit her. I had like everything on my list, you guys. You guys know I wanted to go to Egypt. I wanted to go to Jordan. I wanted to go back to Kenya, maybe visit Tanzania. I wanted to go to Senegal. Like everywhere was on my list. Italy. I wanted to do both Milan and Rome. I wanted to go to Prague. I wanted to go everywhere, and I'm still hoping that that is a possibility. I'm trying to keep like the highest hopes possible for this. How are you guys doing on your booze, by the way? Are you guys on second glasses? I had to slow myself down to keep up with my heads. How are you enjoying the downtime with the quarantine? This gay guy is loving the reality show binge watching. Honestly, I don't have downtime. I wish I did. But the product I work for is seeing a lot more people purchase it ever since the quarantine, which means I am working harder than I have worked since being hired there. So that's pretty brutal. And then, of course, I'm still making videos for you guys. So it's like, no, I'm constantly on the go. I love making the videos, by the way. But like, there's no downtime, which is good for me, though, because I love keeping as busy as possible. 50 plus minutes, and I finally find the actual live stream. Thanks, Grace. So thankful for the company. Keep up all the great work. We love the gossip. Thanks for joining. It's so nice to see you here. Me and my baby are watching, and he is trying to read the comments. So yeah, they are sponges. Yes, right? And they're so excited to learn how to read too. It's so freaking cute. Mathilde says, oui, je suis du Paris. J'étais très content quand j'ai su que tu allais vivre ici. Et j'aime beaucoup ce que tu fais. Merci beaucoup, merci. Paris me manque énormément maintenant. Oui, je veux retourner très bientôt. C'est difficile parce que les personnes avec les visas ne peuvent pas entrer. Like, c'est seulement les personnes qui sont les vrais résidents. Donc, I can't go yet. She's saying, sorry, let me translate that. She's from Paris. She was very happy to hear that I was moving there. She thinks it's a really great thing that I'm doing. And I was telling her, yes, as soon as everything opens up, I do want to return back ASAP. It kind of sucks that, like, although I have a visa to be there for a year, I can't return across the borders because I'm not a legitimate citizen. Citoyen is what I should have said, not resident. Yeah, so kind of sucks. I'm just ready to go. I told you guys, like, in my initial video when it came to being here in Canada, was the reason that I even came back across the border was because I had this like investment that I was making, and I had to be here in order to sign at the lawyer's office and all that stuff. So I couldn't like let it pass me by, but otherwise I would still be in there waiting this out in my apartment probably. The only thing that would be kind of difficult though is that my apartment in Paris doesn't even have a living room. Okay, so like it's literally just my bedroom, my little breakfast table area, and my kitchen. So like it would have probably been quite difficult, but like I don't know, like I miss it. Like I had such a good routine while I was there. In the mornings I would go to the boulangerie and get like croissants, and then I would go to what is that place called with the Apple logo, Franprix or something like that, and get the freshly pressed orange juice and just chill. She's like, for now, little devil's like, for now, I just want to travel outside of my house. Girl, me too. Egypt is my number one place. Never been, but it holds such a deep place in my heart. Girl, I know. I want to go see all the history over there. Thank you so much, Rachie. I think so too. Like, I feel like we're getting worst case scenarios right now, which is like, all right, this is worst case scenario, but like, ideally, we will get back to where we should be in life right now. Traveling is my life goal. I want to see like everything. The world is beautiful. It truly is. Like, you just get such a newfound appreciation for people when you travel and kind of immerse yourself within the local culture. I've been taking traveling for granted. I see that now, your wish list. I've been to so many countries, and now I see how lucky and blessed I've been. A bit of cabin fever might come in play as well. Yeah, it's probably a little bit of both. You really don't know what you've got till it's gone, for real. Hey, Brandy, so nice to see you here, girl. Thank you for answering. That gives me a lot of confidence, and I still have lots of time to keep practicing. I'm an American, so our school system was even worse, but I'm determined. You've actually... Guys, let me stick to this water. I'm telling you, you've absolutely got this, Haley. Like, you are going to be fluent and you're going to amaze yourself. There's like nothing cooler than like hearing your hard work pay off, like actually being able to do your daily activities in the new language that you've learned. Like for me, when I was going to the post office, I sent my little nephew a card from Paris, a postcard. And so I was able to go to the post office, order everything in the language, just like do whatever, like date. Like when I was in Paris, I was dating in French. Like I was like, girl, you're really out here doing all this in another language that you taught yourself. All right, sis. I see you. Thank you, Master J. I've worked very hard on this. I'm so proud. I feel like your French accent is great. Do the people in France know right off the bat that you're a foreigner? Thank you, Caitlin. Yeah, they do. They do. For the most part, they think that I'm American, though. The funny thing is that the French hate, hate, detest. Not all, the ones that I've met, the Canadian French accent, like the Quebecois accent. So, like, the fact that they think I'm American is a little bit of an advantage for me. They're like, so then I'll be like, no, I'm not American. I'm from Canada. Like, je viens du Canada. Je suis Canadien. And they'll be like, really? Because that accent that the Canadians are usually running around here with is kind of ghastly. So that was something that I was used to hearing while I was in Paris. Like, they're always like, really, girl? The way that they speak is like really brutal. And like, I didn't get it until I returned back. I remember flying back, and then we had a flight attendant, and she was like hardcore Quebecois, and she was talking to someone who was from France. He was on the flight from France, from Paris. So he was speaking to her in his French, and then she speaks back with like this really like slangy Quebecois French, and I was like, oh, so this is what they meant. But yeah, they could always tell right off the bat that I'm a foreigner, but they love that. It just, I think people like kind of find it to be a little bit of a novelty, like foreigners to be a novelty. So whatever. But I think my accent has improved a lot since I came back home because, like I said, I posted my YouTube story. So like if you see some of my videos, it might still be up. Since I got back home, I spend most of my time speaking to myself in French to perfect the French accent. That's like my goal. I think that the hardest part, more difficult than acquiring vocabulary in another language, is actually getting the accent down so that no one can tell that you're a foreigner. And that's my goal. I just love their accents. They're so beautiful, so elegant. And I hope to get to that level. It's just that I smile when I speak, and they typically are more like demure. So that's something that I got to get into. That's Paris, small homes, but Paris is my soul place. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. You learn to appreciate it. At first, I was like, no elevator, no dryer. Everything is so tiny. Like, in terms of even grocery shopping, like the big bags of like food and stuff are very small by Canadian or American standards. But like, after a while, you kind of like settle in and you go, you know what? Like, I'm liking this. This is fine. This is a different way of life. It's a more simple way of life, a little bit, and I'm liking it. Yeah. My thoughts on the most cringe 90-day fiance couple, cold excluded. And my favorite couple. Okay. My favorite 90-day fiance couple. Who'd that be? I would say it's who's that really beautiful Brazilian model girl who got married to that rich guy from Connecticut. Do you guys know her name? She's really beautiful. She was the last season. Then he's got those two really sweet, really smart kids. Her and his ex-wife make a really good couple. Not her and him, her and his ex-wife. And then in terms of the most cringe couple, yes, Juliana. Thank you, Ramster. Juliana and that guy. I like Juliana and his ex-wife together as a couple. Like the ex-wife is obsessed with Juliana. Yeah, Lauren and Alexia are a really good couple too. Did you see the way he saved someone's life from drowning? Oh, amazing guy. And the cringiest would probably be Daniela Muhammad. Remember when she would like chase him everywhere, trying to get him back and stuff? Like, she's like, I dyed my hair for Muhammad. I think that this will help him. I'm gonna drive down to Florida to see Muhammad. Yeah, it was quite a while. What do we see here? Random question, but Grace, what happened with a washing machine from my first rental? Colleen, girl, I had to pay for a new one. Actually, no, I paid for the repair. So for those of you, this is one of my videos I vlog for my channel members. And so on one of my first vlogs about living in Paris, it was about how I broke the washing machine. So I didn't understand how to use a European washing machine as a Canadian girl. So I was just so, I was sick. Like this was in January. I was sick. I was having like cramps and like my brain was just not working. So I was like, oh my God, let me do my laundry. You know how you get sometimes in those kind of things. You're just not thinking clearly. So I took my laundry, put it in the washer. I was like, how the hell is this? I just shoved it in and I closed the basket, which I was supposed to be what I was supposed to do or whatever. And I took out the clothes, but they were still like too wet. So I put them back in for another like dry spin because there's no dryers in these apartments that I've been staying in. So I was like, okay, let's have it like wring it out like a little bit better so that I can hang it up to dry. And so what happens is after I put it in the second time, all of a sudden the machine just starts like getting super loud and like agitated, and it turns out that like one of my panties, y'all, got caught on the wheel, and so it could no longer turn. Like it had like bunched it up too thick away from the gear that turns it. So I told the landlady or whatever, and she had her friend come to check it out. At the time I didn't know this was a problem, so she had her friend come to check it out. He lived in the apartment, and it had been like a couple of like an hour at least that he was there trying to like fix it, and like nothing would work. And then I wanted to just like pay for a new one because I'm like, okay, it costs like this many euros to pay for a new one, and she wanted me to have someone come in to check it out and like just fix it. And I'm like, no, because what if the person comes in to fix it and it turns out that it can't be fixed? Then I'm paying for the person to come fix it, then someone else to install it, then the washer. I would rather just pay for the new one. But thankfully, someone did actually end up coming to fix it, and yeah, it was all fixed there. So that's what happened with the washing machine in my first Parisian apartment. That was when I was living in the 11th arrondissement, which is a really good arrondissement, by the way. I really loved it there. I lived in the 11th, the 18th, which is Montmartre, and then the 12th. I am going through the comments here. I smell my mom cooking downstairs. That's one thing I love about being back home is that there's food waiting for you. When you live by yourself and you work like 12 hours a day, you don't really cook that much. Colleen, your memory is so good. You always amaze me, girl. Like you always ask like the most insightful questions. It's okay, Ali. Like we're gonna be going for a while. Don't worry. Have your little drink ready, and we are good to keep on going. Tadisha's asking, "What's your favorite artist music right now?" I discover a lot of musicians through Tiny Desk, NPR's Tiny Desk. And the latest that I discovered, and I'm so late, as always, I'm always late to the party, is Sir. I love, love, love his music. Let me pull up my playlist for you guys so I could tell you my favorite songs by him. I'm gonna exit this for a second. He's not like this like world class singer or any like by any stretch of the imagination, but like his music is just so good for chilling out and having a good time. Like you guys already know I love Afrobeats, I love Aya Nakamura, I love Burna Boy, I love Coffee, and like all these people. But when it like typically when I'm listening to music, it's just to like unwind and lounge, and it's more like slow jams. I like Snow Allegra, by the way, as well. She's someone else that I discovered through Tiny Desk. So I'll read to you maybe the last couple of songs that I put into my chill playlist. By the way, Holy Grail for me is her. I'm obsessed with her. She did an Instagram live concert, and I freaking love, I'm obsessed with her. So let's see. I've got her, Lights On, Fate, and Against Me, and Sometimes. She also did this collaboration with one of the Marley sons or grandsons, and I love that. I forgot the name of it though. I love Tiana Taylor. She's got Issues slash Hold On. She's also got that other song that I really, really like. Gonna Love Me. I loved that song. Rose in Harlem is another good one by her. Um, who else do I have? Rihanna did a cover of Same Old Mistakes, which is a Tame Impala song. That was another song that the old school cool guy with like the old school catalog got me into. He told me to listen to this, and I've been obsessed ever since. But Sir's got the song called Old Age and Nothing Greater. Yeah, those are two really good songs. Mac Miller has a posthumous album as well, and he's got a song called Good News on it, where he kind of like foreshadows his death, and that was quite chilling, but like also quite good. I'm gonna go back to Sir because I think there's another song by him that I like that's not playing on here right now. Hair Down is good. Yeah, yeah, I really like him. That's the music I'm listening to for the most part. I'm kind of like just chill, sit at home, lounge, have a drink kind of music is what I prefer to watch, listen to. What kind of work do you do in Paris? Sorry if you said I didn't hear it. Sorry, let me. scroll back up really quickly. So in Paris, I was doing the same work that I do here. So I work remotely. I work in communications, marketing, and public relations within the tech industry. It's like three different titles because it's a startup, and at startups you typically have wear many hats. So yeah, I was still doing that while I was living in Paris as well. I missed quite a few comments, you guys. So sorry. I'm gonna scroll up a little bit and catch back up with you. How are you guys doing with your drinks, by the way? Are you on to your next cocktails, your next wines, your next beers? Let me know. Yeah, Toddler Mommy is amazing. She's doing such a great job. Thank you so much. Have you any inside tea on Leah's sis Victoria and her baby daddy? Is he living in the States? No, her baby daddy is not in the States. And it's not looking like he's going to be able to come here for quite a while now. I know that they were just complaining about him not passing something to do with the visa process. It's just like I'm shaking my head at the fact that Leah has to bankroll the attorney's fees for this mess of a situation that her sister has gotten herself into. For those of you who don't know, Leah Messer from Teen Mom 2's got a sister named Victoria, who, in the midst of her divorce or separation, got pregnant while they were all in Costa Rica by a boating instructor or a diving instructor, scuba, something that she had met, like literally like on a one night stand kind of situation. And first of all, the circumstances surrounding it are quite sketchy because on the after show, when she was talking to Dr. Drew, the guy Skyped in and he said something along the lines of, she asked me to do her without a condom. And then Leah's sister was talking about how she doesn't even remember the night. So you're kind of like, this seems kind of dark. I don't know what's going on here. But anyway, yeah, so she had the baby in West Virginia. The guy Skypes in to talk to the baby and everything, but Leah was trying to get him sponsored to come here, but that seems to have fallen through so far. Perhaps they will try again after everything kind of ends with the coronavirus. Oh, look at this little hippopotamus, Fi. Thank you so much for sending that over. So freaking cute. Thank you, thank you. This is so awesome. What else do you guys have over here? I think you're right. It was an interestingly weird dynamic. What do you think of the couple, Karini and Paul? Paul is a weirdo. They keep separating on social media, and he keeps running to social media talking about how she left him. Remember, like allegedly she filed for divorce, and now here they are still going at it. Like I think that they're a mess. I don't know what it is that they're trying to do with their situation there, but it's just so toxic, and they need to kind of let it go and move on at this point. I think perhaps Karini is waiting for her green card to come in. I hope she just doesn't get pregnant again. But they've got a very beautiful baby. I think their baby is one of the most beautiful 90 Day Fiance babies. Do you know who else is gorgeous? Do you guys remember that guy? There's a Russian girl. He met her on the beach. They got pregnant like immediately and had a baby. I don't remember his name. Can you remind me? They've got this baby who is absolutely beautiful, but it's no surprise. Both that guy, he's a psycho, but he's very handsome, and that girl is very beautiful as well. Steve, yes, thank you, Fi. Yes, Steven and Olga. Beautiful baby together, but again, beautiful couple, so it's not really a surprise. I'm gonna pour some more wine for myself, y'all. This is a quarantine treat. What else do we have? What kind of work? Yep, I already answered that for you. That is true, but not all of us are doctors and have the same platform that he did. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, it was disappointing that not only, like, I feel like Dr. Drew definitely could have been like, I would like to see more information come out, but like for now, I'm not sure if it's as serious as it's being made out to be, but like he went on a full-blown rampage, encouraging people to like cram into all these like little spaces and stuff. But you know, again, just from my experience while I was staying in Paris, I want to say premier, but he's not the premier. He's the president. President Macron was saying the same thing. Like he was saying, like, oh, you guys, like, don't worry about this. If you're young and you're healthy, like, keep going out, like, support these local businesses that they're being harmed and stuff. So like, it's just so difficult to like really have a definitive kind of take on this. Like, I didn't understand how serious it was until literally one night, like, yeah, one day after a hard night out of like partying hardcore, you wake up and find that like, oh, by midnight tonight, everything is closed. You're like, wait, what happened? This isn't serious, is it? Everyone's been telling me it's a casual situation. But again, like you said, Colleen, to your point as well, Dr. Drew is a doctor. Yeah, so he did have a little bit of a different kind of level of responsibility to his audience. Yeah. It's just a disappointing situation all around. I think above all else, I'm disappointed with the World Health Organization in the way that they've handled this and they've handled responses. Because remember, initially, when it came to closing borders and staying put, they were like, don't do that. It's racist or xenophobic or whatever. But like, look at where we're at now. Closing borders is the best thing we can do to kind of slow down the spread of this virus, right? Yeah, I'm just very disappointed all around. Like so many people have died that didn't need to die. And it's quite sad, and like, I was saying this in my earlier stream about Leah. What was I saying? Did I need this next glass? What was I saying in my earlier stream about Leah? Yeah, one of my viewers, Chelsea, she tested positive for coronavirus as well, and like, other people that I know personally, I'm like, like these people did not need to be affected by this. If China, the World Health Organization, Canada, U.S., Europe, like all handled this a little bit better. It's just so unfortunate how far this has spread and gotten. I'm reading more comments here, you guys. This is so much fun. I can't believe you guys have been hanging out. We're an hour and 15 minutes into this. You guys, this is so fun. I'm loving this. Sorry, I'm gonna scroll up a little bit to see what else you guys have been saying. I'm loving this hippo you sent me, Fi. And this unicorn, you sent me a unicorn earlier. I didn't see it. Thank you. This is so freaking cute. Oh, guys, Ed and his girl. I haven't been watching their season, but I did watch this clip. Kind of, it went viral on Twitter, and he was telling his girlfriend like, "You need to shave your legs, or else you have to kiss me." I was like, "Damn, that was weird." Yeah, it's just so sad. I think 90 Day Fiance is just above all else, it kind of illustrates how like I think it's like an illustration of sex tourism to put it plainly. I think that that's what 90 Day Fiance is, and it's just so crazy that these people bat way out of their coverage with like younger and more beautiful women and men in certain cases as well in other countries and manipulate them into coming over here so that they can control them by holding a green card over their heads, and then they act like victims and all this. They're like, oh, I think this person was using me for a green card, or I think that this person was using me for my money, when it's like, well, you're using them for their youth and their looks as well. Like it's an exchange of capital that honestly, like no matter what the other people do, I feel like they're always the ones who are more disadvantaged than anything because they're trying to escape poverty. You live a comfortable life. You don't need to go and manipulate younger people from like third world countries. Like they need to survive by getting into these relationships with you. So like I'm always on the side of the quote unquote imported spouses. Yay, let's see what else we've got here. I forget, does Victoria have three kids between three men or three kids between two men? That's a good question. I think she's got three kids between two men. I think the two were from her husband. Yeah. And her one that's just before the one that she got with a Costa Rican diving instructor is still quite young as well. Like it's a mess. I always say this, the casting directors for 16 and Pregnant, Teen Mom, OG, Teen Mom 2 deserve Emmys for finding these messes because these people, like who would have thought? Like so many of these people when we were watching them while they were 16 and stuff, we thought they would live very reasonable, at least like stop at this one child, right? They kept at the end of their 16 and Pregnant diaries, they'd be like, now I learned that like having a kid when you're young is so hard. I don't recommend it. Don't do it. Who would have known that this is where they would wind up? I mean, I knew Janelle for sure would not have a good life, but like the level of crazy that she's had is just unprecedented. Like no one would have predicted it. No one would have predicted it. Caitlin says my favorite character in 90 Day Fiance is Michael's boobs and purse. Who you call an elder, Caitlin? What kind of teas and pastries do you like? Did you discover any in Paris? I'm a huge fan of jasmine tea. You know what? I love jasmine tea as well. I'm boring. I mainly just drink green tea. Yeah, for the most part, like just green teas, oolong teas, Marrakesh mint tea as well. I love. And in terms of pastries, I'm not really a sweets girl. I love like little cheesecakes. I love croissant. Mathilde, not the one in this chat, but the Mathilde that I was seeing before in Paris, we had like brunch at my place this one time, and she brought over like all these like really wonderful pastries. One of them was like a chocolate infused with like pieces of orange and like I think toffee in it as well, which was so delicious. Yeah, I don't have any by name because I don't usually reach for sweets. I'm a really savory kind of girl. You know what I'm missing right now is beef jerky. I tried to find some at the store when I did my run the other week. I wanted jalapeno flavored beef jerky or teriyaki at the very least, and I couldn't find it. Hey Piper, nice to see you here. After Hours, The Weeknd's entire album is amazing. Oh, Ali, okay, I'll check it out. I was just hearing about how good House of Balloons was. Like, I know, of course, the singles that everyone else knows from the thing, but I haven't heard the whole thing. So I will listen to House of Balloons and try After Hours as well. Is that the new one that he just dropped? Colleen says Chelsea was way too good for Adam when she was trying repeatedly to get back together with him. It was so awkward. I agree. While I was digging around for that clip for my Leah live stream, I saw Chelsea getting a ring from Adam. Adam had given Chelsea a promise ring, and her dad was so pissed off at her for keeping him in her life. He was like, "What the F?" She's like, "Are you mad at me, Dada? Are you mad? Adam gave me this ring, Dada." And then, like, she had a pregnancy scare with him again, and you can tell she was excited at the thought of being pregnant by Adam again. And I was just so disappointed in her at that time. But again, young and dumb, you live and you learn. I think we've all kind of cycled through like really bad relationships a lot longer than we should have. And I think at the time she might have been like 20 years old or something like that. So yeah, but yeah, no, I definitely don't think that she still has a candle out for him. I'm like, Adam is an alleged meth head right now. You know what I mean? Like, she's got it good where she's at. Tanisha says, I hated when Victoria was laughing about the situation on the show. Yeah, it was so irresponsible. You could tell that she kind of hoped or thought that it would earn her a spot on Teen Mom 2. Like, yeah, girl, we're going to give you a few scenes here and there, but you are not getting a whole slot on Teen Mom 2. So you did this for nothing. And it's just, I don't know, like, what kind of brains these girls have, or if they even have any, but like the decisions that they make, not only for themselves, like it's saddest, like this is just sad for the children above all else. Like children don't deserve these kinds of lives that the girls are bringing them into. It's just so freaking disappointing. Delisa's asking where I found the clip of Leah, mtv.ca. So MTV gives Canadians access to like every single episode, that ever existed of Teen Mom OG and Teen Mom 2. So I went digging through there to find the clip. Let's see what happened here. Karma, she says, hey Grace, how do you think Kayla is going to handle her pregnancy during quarantine? People won't be able to have anybody in the room with her. You know, the good thing for Kayla is that her baby daddy probably wasn't even going to be in the delivery room anyway. It's just sad though that that's the kind of situation that she found herself in yet again. Like, I don't know how many times you can keep doing this to yourself. It's sad. I think she's just gonna go through with the birth alone. And I think she's gonna have her friends break quarantine to be there for her because she travels with like a football team size of entourage. So yeah, I think she's just gonna have her friends come over to her house and help her out with the new baby. I think she would do that before she would ever send off Lincoln and Isaac to be with their dads while she kind of handles being a single mom to this new baby right now. It's just such a mess she's gotten herself into. It's very depressing. It really is. One thing I noticed about Kayla in this pregnancy as well, you guys, is that she spends a lot of her time on the internet, on social media, looking for like negative things to be upset about. And it's not healthy for her. It's not healthy for her baby. I wish that she would stop searching for her name and like trying to involve herself in things that she really doesn't need to as a pregnant woman right now. Master J is like, Leah and her sister are just eye roll. That's literally the only way you can describe these girls. Like, it's sad. And their mom, the mom, like, is the blind leading the blind. She leads them into the worst situations ever. Like, Delta Dawn, I don't know what the heck is up with that woman. She's the worst. She really is. She was the one who told Leah to fake a miscarriage for Jeremy. And again, she's the one who told Leah to leave rehab by lying to her and claiming that Corey was going to take the kids away from her if she stayed in rehab when she was battling her drug addiction. Bai says, Paul is so unhinged, she would probably be better off without him. She being Karini. I agree. Karini could do so much better. I think that when she learns English and really establishes herself in America, she is going to prosper and do a lot better than a lot of these people that we've seen on 90 Day Fiancé. At least that is my hope for her. ABC says that she thinks that couple is going to end up on Dateline. Girl, are you talking about Paul and Karini or Olga and the other guy, Steven? Because Steven is a psycho too. And so is Paul. I could see both of them on Dateline, to be quite honest with you. Colleen said, oh my God, yes. And Kale reaction, yes, yes, yes. I don't understand Leah or her sister. Yeah, Leah and her sister just, oh God, 50 Shades of Crazy. Yeah, I saw Ed and Rose Shay. I was talking about them a little bit earlier. That scene that went viral of Ed, hey Kay, telling Rose that she needed to shave her legs or he would kiss her. I'm like, you have to threaten your fiance to kiss you? Really? Like, that's not good. Why do I think MTV canceled Young and Pregnant? The viewership just wasn't there. But like the viewership on OG has been plummeting. What I really hope they do is just have a super show and mix the interesting people together on there, or even just keep OG in too, but like get rid of some of the people who have not been pulling their weight lately. I would like to see Macy go. I would like to see Chelsea go. Who else is just not all that interesting? Amber can honestly go too. Like her storyline is so stale. You know, she's out here stabbing people, attacking her boyfriends and stuff. Like, we get it. You're crazy. Move on. Move on. Like, we want someone else on here. We want some fresh blood. I would love, love, love to see some new people. I never personally got into Young and Pregnant because it's just so many shows. Because when Young and Pregnant came out, they also had Teen Mom. Like, remember that thing that they were trying to market as if it was like The Hills, Young Moms Club or something like that? And then they also had they were supposed to be releasing Teen Mom New Jersey. That was what I was standing by for. Yeah, like, I don't know. It was just too much too soon, like, all at the same time. I didn't really love it. Someone said I should do the voiceovers of them, like, in my accents that I do, making fun of their voices. Crazy that team. Yeah, it's crazy that they make a lot of money per season, you guys. They make a lot of money. Again, you guys, from what I saw of the viewership of Young and Pregnant, I think they were even below 500,000 an episode, which is just too low for a network to kind of keep them. Though, like, some networks keep very low rated shows on. Like, this is not a dig at Andy Cohen at all. Like, I like what he's done for the Bravo network. He's done an incredible job overhauling that network. But like his show, Watch What Happens Live, sometimes even has like 100,000 views an episode, 200, 300,000. So, and it's still on air. It's been on air for many, many years. So, I don't know. I don't know why they pulled the plug on Young and Pregnant so freaking quickly. Heartbreaking for the Teen Mom kids. Yeah, it truly is, Piper. Like, those are the people that I get so upset for when I watch these recaps. Sometimes people are like, you're so hard on the girls. I'm like, screw the girls. I'm not talking about them. Like, it's sad for the kids. They did not ask to be born into these messes. These girls should just get some stability a little bit first before they jump into having more kids. Because look, you know, kids who grow up in these kinds of environments have a far lower chance of becoming successful in their lives. Like, they're going to be struggling with poverty, and then their kids are going to be struggling with poverty, and it just goes on and on and on, when these women should just kind of, you know, establish themselves a little bit first before having more kids, so that they could be the ones to break the cycle within their families. Like, sure, they've got the teen mom money right now, but they're not mentally astute, and so that money is going to go away. And so I wouldn't be surprised if you know, the cycle of poverty did continue on for their families, despite the fact that they were given such a leg up. How crazy would it be if the teen mom kids became teen moms and carried on the series? Yeah, they're nearly teenagers right now. I think that is what the producers are actually hoping for, which is so morbid to think about when it comes to children, like, you know, but I think that that's what the producers are holding out hope for, and that's why, despite the ratings kind of declining year over year, they are continuing on with the show. Ola says, hi from London, Ontario. Hey, you're just a couple hours away from me. I hope you are safe and doing well with your family. Yeah, like, I would love, Tadisha, for them to like get rid of the people who are not bringing in the viewership. Like, no one cares about certain storylines anymore, so just infuse some of the people that we are actually interested in. You know what, I low-key miss Bristol. I like her storyline with that guy. I don't know why, I'm terrible with names, with Dakota was actually like really compelling. Like I was so interested in what he had going on, and then like she was very active as a social butterfly as well. So I would have loved to see her stay on for another season at the very least. But she didn't like the way that she was portrayed as she was going through her divorce with him. But yeah, it is what it is. Caitlin says the teen moms want to stay relevant. Like I think Leah tried to drum up book sales by revealing this info. They probably know their time is running out. I wouldn't be surprised. They are pushing 30 at this point, you guys. So, push really does come to shove. If you notice, Leah was not really doing anything with her platform for years. Like it's only just in recent times that she's tried, hey Tammy, to do something. Like she started going to red carpet. She's doing a book now. She's got this podcast situation. So yeah, I definitely think they feel the clock ticking here. But I think that they would be more than happy to be the grandparents of Teen Mom and have it rebooted. Like if that was something that was on the table, they would all jump at it. And it just makes me so sad for their kids to see that they are just bought and sold like this throughout their lives. Yes, Tadisha, Chelsea had the best glow up. Like seeing her back then and now is like two completely different people. She did so well. She found her style in terms of clothing and in terms of makeup and in terms of hair. She got very well done fillers and Botox and injections as well. And yeah, they've served her well. She looks really pretty for sure. Same with Bristol. Oh my God, Bristol, she did really good plastic surgery as well and fillers and stuff. She was so pretty. I would like watch her scenes like, wow. I'm just reading your comments, you guys. J- Janadila says that she low-key misses Farah and her mess of a life, but she's still performing. Did you guys see the podcast stuff that I put on my social media pages? It's when a lot of you guys called animal control on Farah because she had tied something around her dog's snout. And so the LAPD called Farah, and then Farah calls them back as she secretly records the woman, the detective, on her podcast. And it was just a mess. She was just going in on the woman. Like, yeah, she's a nut bar. She used to stress me out so bad though, like especially in the early days, like watching her scenes of her just like dropping at a dime, just yelling at her parents, yelling at her boyfriends and stuff. But I think she had one of the most iconic scenes of all time when it came to Teen Mom OG, which is when she was trying to, and it's so mean, but like it just like the lack of social graces makes me laugh. Not what she actually did, but she was dating this guy named Daniel. Do you guys remember Daniel at all? When Farrah was dating him on Teen Mom OG? So it was this guy, like in the early days. And so she was dating him for maybe a couple of weeks and she decides that she wants to marry him. So she takes him to like a pawn store or like a ring store or something to look at rings. She's like, this is the kind of ring I want. And then he's like already stressed out, doesn't want to be with her anymore. It's like a weekend away with his family to meet them. And then what happens after then? So they're all sitting down for dinner together with his family. And she is talking to his stepmom and his dad. And so she's like, oh, so like you're his stepmom. Do you have any kids of your own? The stepmom, she's an older woman at that point, like late 40s or something. She's like, no, I don't have any, but I would love to have any in the future. And Farrah's like, oh, you want some kids in the future? I don't know about that. You're going to be a lone bird. Like, it was so weird, but like just the lack of social graces. And everyone was just like jaw drops, stunned by what she had said. And she didn't even like recognize that she had made a huge social faux pas with that statement, a mess. Master J is like, speaking of Leah, what happened to Robbie? Robbie's married, I believe, right now with, I think, at least 2 kids. Yeah, like him and his golden schlong are off the market. Karma's like, what do you think about Floyd Mayweather's daughter who's allegedly facing some serious years in prison for stabbing that pregnant girl in the arm? Imagine throwing your whole life away for a man. Mind you, this man has some kind of incurable, let's not get into that, but like, yeah, like really, this guy with a baby mama, with this incurable, he's a cheater, you're gonna stab his pregnant girlfriend over him. And this is Floyd Mayweather's daughter. You know how rich Floyd Mayweather is? Like, your life should be set. You could be doing anything you want in the world. And this is what you choose to do. I think they should throw the book at her, throw her under the jail. That's disgusting, what she did there. What she allegedly did there. Let's see. Farrah is horrible. Her daughter's going to be the next level spoiled, treating people the way worse than her mom and grandma. I do worry for Sophia. Like, she seemed like such a nice and smart girl. Like, I hope that she is able to get away from Farah in the future. I definitely see her being continuing on in the whole like media thing. I think of all the kids, Sophia has been the one who's been exposed to the media more than anybody else, and so I think that that's something that she's going to continue on to do in her adulthood. But unbeknownst to Farah, she's going to turn against her, I think, and air out what it was like growing up with Farah, and it's not going to be very pretty. By the way, you guys, my voice is starting to get a little bit hoarse, so I'm going to stay on for another 15 minutes or so, and then kind of drink some water or tea or chamomile tea or something and just watch Netflix with my friend Fanta a little bit later on. We're watching The Circle France. We started watching last night. We're 2 episodes deep and we're going to continue on because we're obsessed. Isabel, have you watched The Circle France, by the way? Not Isabel, sorry. Mathilde, have you watched The Circle France? Let me know what you think. No, he didn't look like Shamar Moore at all. He looked like he could have been like her. You know how Farah is half Syrian, half white? That guy kind of looked like her, the Daniel guy that she was dating. By the way, did you know that Sophia's been signed to Nickelodeon or something like that? Did you guys know that? Yeah, Mackenzie, we've been on the stream for an hour and a half, girl. Just having a good time chatting. Sorry, you guys, sometimes your comments come up and vanish really quickly, but yes, someone asked me further up the stream if I watch Lovely Tea. I've been a subscriber to her for a couple of years, and I watch her quite a bit. I actually watched her live streams. I was binging on them yesterday to prepare for live streaming today because I this is my first day of like really live streaming with like a software or whatever. So I'm like, how does it work? You've got so many things to look at, you guys. It's kind of crazy. Like I have to click on back over now just to see, but like there's like 1, 2, 3 monitors of myself. There's all these little layout options and stuff, and then like I'm watching you on my YouTube behind the scenes thing, and then I'm watching you down below here on my cell phone for the comments. It's just so much to keep up with. So I watched her to kind of learn a little bit the ins and outs of live streaming. What happened to Farah's businesses? Yeah, her furniture store, her froyo stuff, everything has been closed down. I think it's been closed down for a year and a half. Um, the landlords of those buildings have been trying to serve her because she did not pay them for a couple of months, allegedly, and she's been successfully evading being served. So I don't know how long that's going to be until they get their money back. I don't think she really has any money on paper for them to be taking anyway. I believe that these days Farah gets paid in cash. So if they try to sue her, they're not going to be able to find anything on the books. Thanks, Summer Breeze. It's been so fun. I really like hanging out with you guys. Your mirror has the door looking like it's falling. I can totally see that. Hey, Chayo. Chayo Kenyatta. I was going to ask you, I'm like, are you Kenyan? Because, you know, Chayo in my native language, Luo, Chayo means like like, oh, eat Chaya or whatever. So I'm like, oh, Chayo. You need to watch Pretty Little Liars. Yeah, I'm supposed to watch it. My friend Noli has been trying to get me into it, and so I think I'm gonna watch a couple episodes with her a little bit later on. Well, not like today, but like later on in the week or something like that. Sophia and Farah will have the same dynamic as Farah has with her mom, resentment. How do you think that Farah is going to handle her? Because at least Deborah like plays like dumb and innocent and like sweet with Farah these days because of the money situation. But do you think that Farah is going to be like Deborah 2.0 is with her, or is she going to be like Deborah 1.0? Remember, Deborah 1.0 hit her in the arm while she was pregnant, told her she had enough of her antichrist attitude, belligerent antichrist attitude. She would not even let Farah learn about her own body and what like delivery process was going to be like. She used to be a stone cold bitch to Farah, and then she became really nice to her when she realized, oh, my daughter's rich. So I kind of feel like those are the 2 versions that we could get of Farah in terms of her dynamic with Sophia. Which one do you guys think? Number 1, super bitchy with Sophia, or number 2, like passive aggressive? I don't know why you're so upset with me. I've been such a good mom to you. Why are you mean? Why are you acting like this? People like that creep me out so bad. Oh, nice, Chayo. You need to watch Pretty Little Liars, Katya. That's why we love you. Thank you so much, Piper. Farrah's going to be Deb 2.0. So the nice passive aggressive. I could totally see that. Because remember, Sophia signed with Nickelodeon. And guys, I'm going to admit to something. Let me admit to this when it comes to Sophia. She's got this song, Bestie, Best Friend. Okay? And I listened to it. And I freaking love it. And I hope that she continues on with that and does like a JoJo Siwa kind of thing where she just focuses on, that and has a good time. Like, I would love to see that for her. I actually sent it to my sister to play for my nephew, and he liked it too. Because I was like, this is so cute. Like, it's hard to find like cute songs for like little kids. And yeah, I love Bestie Best Friend. I'm a huge fan of it. And my nephew is as well. I know some people were making fun of it, but no, like her voice was cute. The words were cute. It's super age appropriate. They don't have a music video for it yet. And I don't think that they will get one for a while now. But yeah, like it's a really good song. Janadiah says the dynamic will switch just as soon as Sophia is making more money than Farrah. Well, that's not going to be hard to do because I don't think Farrah's making much of anything right about now. I think she said that she got kicked off of OnlyFans. So that kind of sucks. Hopefully she's able to figure something out there. They're living in some apartment. She was living with her dad for quite a long time, but now they're in like an apartment together. I wonder what's going on with her. And what's up with her boyfriend? Is she still with that guy? Remember that guy she was with, the super petite guy? I'm wondering what's going on there. Let's hope Sophia's therapist is better than Farrah's surgeons. You savage. I have to say though that there was Farrah had this one era where she got her face perfect, and this is what I'm gonna do. Remember that episode of Teen Mom OG when she met her mother's boyfriend, Dr. Dave? Let me know in the comments if you remember that. I'm gonna try and pull up a photo because this was when she had her face perfect. Like she was stunning. So I'm gonna save this image. I'm gonna go backstage here and add my media. So add media plus, look it up, max res. You guys are gonna see. So Farrah, has she gone overboard when it comes to her plastic surgery recently? Absolutely. But was she like absolutely freaking stunning once upon a time, like with all the work that she had done? Also, absolutely. Take a look right here. Right here. She should be appearing right below me right here. I felt, yeah, like in that episode when she met Dr. Dave for the first time, super duper beautiful. Oh, you know why it's not showing on your screen? Because I didn't hit the pink arrow. Let's see if it goes down. Yeah. The shade of blonde that she had was really pretty for her. She had like everything refined. She still looks super young, like I'm seeing it down below for myself too. Guys, wasn't she absolutely gorgeous here? Like her, I always do that when it comes to like plastic surgery and stuff, is that they hit their peak. It's just everything's working together in harmony so beautifully, but then they take it too far. Oops, 6:20. All right, you guys, I've got 10 more minutes before I'm going to dash on out of here. Again, it's just because my voice is getting a little bit hoarse. I did another hour live stream earlier today. This one is verging on 2 hours now, which is awesome. I'm loving spending all this time with you. But I still got to shoot like a bunch of videos tomorrow in terms of recaps and stuff like that. And I'm going to be doing my channel member video also. If you guys recall, maybe 8 weeks ago or something like that. Oh no. Guys, can you still hear me or is my off? I'll be right back. Oh no. What am I doing? Where's my... Oh. Okay. Again, thank God. Okay, so yeah, in case you guys didn't hear me a little bit earlier, I'm just saying that, oh, God. That I'm gonna have to hop off because my Wi-Fi is just being a little bit wonky right now. So it's about 8 minutes earlier than I had planned to hop off. So sorry about the inconvenience there, you guys. But I've loved being able to chat with you. Thank you guys so much for spending the past like hour and a bit with me. It has been so amazing to be able to connect with you guys. And yeah, I look forward to doing more live streams in the future. So again, thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you all very soon. I've got a recap coming up for you guys. Oh, you can hear me now? I see Caitlin saying she can hear me. Bye, Piper. It's been so nice talking to you. Thank you so much for joining us. Am I still buffering though, you guys? Okay, yeah. Yeah. Okay, I've got some videos coming up for you guys that I'm going to be doing tomorrow, and I'm really, really looking forward to it. Again, I've got the recaps that I'm going to be doing, and then I'm going to be doing my channel member videos as well. So, yeah, again, thank you guys so much for joining me. So much fun. Happy Friday. I hope you have a great Easter weekend with all of your friends and family. Take care, you guys, and stay safe.